Go. Hello, everyone. This is Logan from Audioholics Anonymous. And today, we are going to be looking at Metalica's latest creation on Audioholics Unite, S&M2.
And I'm Tyler. What's going on, peeps?
Yes, so, in case you couldn't tell by the intro, there is a new live album by Metalica with an orchestra.
I got my fucking Master of Puppets shirt on. Fuck yeah, dude. I'm so excited for this shit.
Yeah. This is going to be, I think this is our first live, this is going to be our first live album we've done on the show, right? I can't think of any.
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah. I have a couple that I want to do later on, some older ones, some newer ones. But this one just came out today. And by the time you see it, it'll be a few days old, but this is our first reaction to it. We've both listened to S&M1. He thinks a lot higher of it than I do. I don't think it's a bad album. I just would not say any song on S&M is as good as the original.
I would say personally that I think there's a number of them that trump the original in pretty much every way, shape, and form, personally.
I just don't know if... I'm just not thoroughly convinced that an orchestra should be shoehorned into songs that weren't originally intended for it. It's like adding an air horn to Slipknot. Like, I don't know, it might sound kind of cool, but it just sounds wrong as well.
I don't know. I don't think it sounds wrong at all. In fact, like a lot of songs I think sound way, like especially the load and reload stuff, sounds like it was almost designed for orchestra.
I will say that. The load and reload stuff on that album, and to be fair, they probably had this concept in mind, at least to some degree, while they were writing those albums. So that's probably why.
You might be right on that. Sorry, guys. I just have to get set up real quick.
Yeah, there's a lot of maintenance that goes into that one guitar joke, so I hope it was worth it for you, ladies and gentlemen. So, Tyler, you listened to a little bit of this album, right?
Yes, I did. I listened to, I wasn't...
You're upside down.
My camera's upside down, no. There we go. That fixed it.
There we go. Yep, you got it.
I listened to a little bit of this album. I wasn't going to, but then I was weak and I couldn't help it. And I gotta say, the Death Magnetic songs that they included sound really fucking good.
What did they... I'll have to look at what the track listing is. I haven't actually looked at it yet, but we'll get on to that later on. Also, this is a 2.5 hour long record, so grab some popcorn, ladies and germs.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like significantly longer than the first one was.
Yeah.
But it is a little longer.
Yeah, we'll have to... this is definitely going to be one of the longest Audioholic Unites we've done, as well as just one of the... I mean, it's a live album, so it's definitely going to be longer, but yeah, it'll be fun. We'll make this work.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I'm very much looking forward to it, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah, I'm also shooting in a new location. This is where I'll be shooting for a little while at least.
Yeah, all right. So Do you want to just, because I don't think we've covered Metallica on this podcast before, do you want to just go into a little bit of your history with the band and like maybe what your favorite album is?
So, we will both do the brief synopsis. We did a wrong opinion on Metallica. If you want to go back in the channel and check that out, there's a playlist of all our wrong opinions. We actually just did one on the Killers. That was really fun.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah. But basically, I think my brother was really into Metallica, and I think that's kind of how I started. Let's see, Enter Sandman, Nothing Else Matters, and One are the three, and Master of Puppets. Those are the 4 songs I immediately think of when early memories of Metallica come to mind. I actually I used to run up and down the hallway with my cousin going, "Master, Master, Master." It was pretty fun, but Metallica is something that's always kind of been there with me. My brother was a fan. I remember when Saint Anger actually first came out, and my brother had a CD Discman, and he let me listen to Saint Anger with me. He let me listen to Saint Anger with him, and I just remember thinking it was just kind of funny, the frantic tick 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 tock. I was 4 years old and easily amused, but those are my early memories of Metallica. And then when the Hardwire album came out, that's one of the first albums that I really followed, since its inception. I listened to the singles before the album came out, and then when the album finally came out, I can't remember if Apple Music or Spotify or anything existed by that point. It might not have. I might have bought that album on iTunes, but yeah.
I listened to it on YouTube, if I recall correctly.
But anyway, those are my major memories of Metallica. And then I listened to them a lot all throughout high school, all throughout college. I have a Kill 'Em All picture disc that I paid a lot more for than I would like to admit on vinyl. And that's probably my prized possession in my vinyl record collection. So Tyler, share a little bit of your history with the band.
So Metallica, broadly speaking, is the reason I listen to the music that I listen to. When I was a tiny, tiny little kid, I heard a song that just blew me away and really introduced me to the genre. That song was Master of Puppets. And I used to listen to that song every single fucking day before school because it blew my mind with how good it was. And another song that immediately clicked with me was Ride the Lightning, and that's a song I used to listen to a lot in the car. Weirdly enough, the radio version of that song I had, and I don't know if you can actually listen to this on Spotify or anything, but they shortened the song.
The song was pretty short as it is, isn't it?
Huh?
That was one of the shorter songs on the album as it is, right?
I think it was 5 minutes long or
really?
6 minutes long.
I didn't remember. Yeah, they probably shortened it for the radio then.
Yeah, either they shortened it for the radio or the version I downloaded off of torrent cut out part of the song. I don't know. But either way, that's the version I listened to a lot. And, Metallica as a result, there was one point in my life when I was probably in 6th or 7th grade that I knew every single Metallica song by heart. My cousin used to quiz me. He would play a song, and if I didn't know what it was within the first 3 seconds, then I lost. And I always won, except for the Unforgiven songs, because they all start the exact same. The that doesn't fucking count.
Yeah.
It's the Unforgiven, but you don't know if it's 1, 2, or I think 3 starts differently on the album. But either way, I was a huge, huge fan. Weirdly enough, despite that, I've never seen them live.
I did.
I've always wanted to see them live.
It's a trip. But
they've always been top of my list.
Yeah, so we can continue on with this. We'll have plenty of time to talk more about Metallica as the album goes on.
Oh, for sure. I think we should definitely get started sooner.
Yeah, let's get started. I'll go on my spiel. The link to the album, as always, will be in the description box below. I recommend that you use ad block for the best viewing experience. You don't want ads interrupting, not this video, but at least the other stream. I mean, do we look like we're monetized, ladies and gentlemen? We have
Of course we're monetized.
We have the combined budget of a porcupine, okay?
Here, I have to turn off my camera real quick.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess while he sets up, I'll talk a little bit about some of the other series we have. The Wrong Opinion is one. Like I said, we just did one on the Killers. That was really fun. We did one on Metallica. We did one on Black Sabbath, Blue Oyster Cult. I did one on Led Zeppelin. He did one on Dream Theater. We have our own respective getting into series, getting into prog, getting into trip hop. He's getting into prog. I'm getting into trip hop. Let's see. I might have one last vinyl shipment coming in. I did have one, but I gave those records to Tyler, so he's going to do that for me, just because it was all music I wasn't really into. And I will end up doing my songs I like series, the top 50, top 50 albums, rather. And he'll finish his at some point as well. But major series are Wrong Opinion, getting into prog, and getting into trip hop. I highly, highly recommend you check out all of them, as well as the backlog of Audioholics Unite, because we've done a lot of episodes here. All right, have I stalled enough? Can we get on this album?
Yeah, we can. I just had to plug in my laptop because it was about to die.
Okay.
I didn't realize it was that low. Okay.
Are you ready?
So obviously, listen with ad block if you're listening on YouTube.
I went through that entire spiel, Tyler.
Huh?
I went through that entire spiel, Tyler.
You did? Oh shit, I missed it. Fuck, that's my favorite part of the fucking show, dude.
I know. It's a trademark, you know.
All right, so
I had to stall for like a minute because you had to bumblefuck your way through the charger.
It's not my fault. It was okay. Well, I put it there, but
yeah, it is your fault.
It's your fault. You're the fucking boogeyman. Okay, let's start this album. We can argue about who's the boogeyman then.
All right. So on the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and go. The Ecstasy of Gold. All right.
I think this is how they started the original S&M.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't this how they started the first one?
Okay, here we go. Mine started. I think mine might be a little bit behind yours because it lagged.
All right. Leg.
I'm on 12 seconds.
Okay. I'm on 27, 28, 29. Okay. I like the, what was this? I think there was a single originally off of And Justice for All, their cover of The Ecstasy of Gold.
I don't remember where it comes from. I know the Call of Cthulhu, which is next on the track list, comes from Ride the Lightning.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, Ecstasy of Gold, I think, was... well, I mean, it wasn't on And Justice for All. I believe it was released as a single around that time.
Metallica have, like, quite a few really good songs that were never on official albums.
Yeah, what was that one from Mission Impossible that was kind of okay?
I Disappear. I really like that one. But what's the other one? There's another one. I forget, though. Anyway, Ecstasy of Gold was originally on Ride the Lightning, apparently.
Yeah. I don't remember if this is as good. I don't remember how exactly this was on S&M1, but I think this version is kind of better.
You know, when I listened to this album, I listened to a few songs that were on S&M1, and I gotta say, I think I might like the versions on this album better.
Okay. Do they repeat a lot of songs?
Huh?
Do they repeat a lot of songs?
Yes and no. So they have, like, the hits, For Whom the Bell Tolls, you know, No Leaf Clover, Wherever I May Roam, One, Master of Puppets, Nothing Else Matters, Enter Sandman. But then they have different stuff too, like The Day That Never Comes, Confusion, Moth into Flame.
Yeah, so do they have like a lot of songs from like the two albums that people are in danger of giving a shit of after Load and Reload?
Yep.
All right.
Also, there's like a few, I think they're basically just like classical pieces with Metallica.
Cool. We are on Call of Cthulhu now. I am on 17 seconds. Yeah, this is, I don't know, this must be some sort of classical piece, but I'm pretty
Well, this
sure.
is the Call of Cthulhu. This was
Yeah,
on
I don't
Right.
remember this being in the original version, this interlude.
But they have the Scythian Suite, Opus 20, The Enemy God, and the Dance of the Dark Spirits, and then they have the Iron Foundry, Opus 19. By those names, I don't know what they are or where they're from, but they sound like classical pieces, so
Yeah.
I'm guessing Metallica is just playing some guitar in the background. I don't know.
Okay.
It's interesting nonetheless. Also, they have Anesthesia pulling teeth. I have no idea how the fuck they're going to pull that off. That's a bass solo.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Cello is like the base of the orchestra, so maybe it'll be a cello solo.
I don't know, but I
Just
can't wait
solo.
until Unforgiven 3 comes on. That's one of the ones that I spoiled for myself and listened to in advance. I
Unforgiven
think you're
3.
going to like this version a lot.
Yeah. I'll honestly, did they have Unforgiven 1 or 2 on S&M1? Because if not, they should have done that.
I think they had one on S&M1. I don't remember.
Like,
I don't remember. You know what? I should probably, just like for reference, pull up the
yeah.
S&M1 track list.
You should, yeah, but like, I found with S&M1, the slower songs were the ones that kind of worked the best. Things like Nothing Else Matters and things like that.
I don't think that's on this set list.
Okay, but it was on S&M1.
Yeah. Yeah, Nothing Else Matters isn't here. But All Within My Hands from the I think that's the name of the album. The acoustic album they did is here. So that could be cool.
At least they aren't
That could
covering
be
astronomy.
Yeah, right. Oh, Nothing Else Matters is here. Never mind.
Oh, cool. Well, does it really matter, though?
No.
Ah, 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 ah. This is really good. The mix of this is absolutely fantastic.
I agree.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, in 2020, you can definitely mix something like this better than you could in, 1998 or whenever the original album came out. I think, honestly, like, the mix just by itself makes this album better. Like,
Yeah, I mean, so far I would say the mix is better, and like the songs I've heard, they all sound better than S&M1. I think my biggest criticism of S&M1, as much as I love that record, I absolutely love it. I think it's one of the best live albums of all time. I think the symphony is amazing. As much as I love that record, my biggest criticism is that sometimes, especially in one, the orchestra kind of just felt added on. Not from what I've heard in this
That's how
album.
I felt throughout a lot of the album.
I didn't feel that way throughout a lot of the album. I think the orchestra was adding a lot of like atmospheric elements, like modulating the theme of the song, or various other things that
I think Tyler
orchestra
and
do
I
in the
kind of
album.
argued about this on the wrong opinion, but like especially for
A little
something
bit.
like A Wolf and Man, I thought it felt extremely tacked on.
That was like one of the best ones, though. It felt like a genuine horror theme or something like that with the
I don't
orchestra.
know. Well, is A Wolf and Man on this
But
one?
that is a nice guitar solo.
It is.
Kirk Whammett going at it.
Kirk Whammett. Yeah, but I mean, just it kind of makes me wonder how many of the issues of S&M were just caused by the mix, because like it wasn't mixed bad. It was mixed very good for the time, but this is an album. I can immediately say this right off the bat. This is an album you need to listen to with headphones.
Yeah. It kind of makes me sad that I'm only able to listen with one headphone, but that's
Yeah,
all right.
you
Always
have
listen
to.
to it.
This is one of those albums you'll need to listen to this maybe like later on. It sounds absolutely amazing how it's mixed. Like it's mixed like
Yeah,
a
and this
Beatles
also
record.
reminds me that I need to like move the stereo to mono
Yeah.
so
You
that I can hear everything in
it's
the
mixed
mix.
like a Beatles record, which makes sense
Oh, it's already on mono. Good.
because Beatles records were already mixed like an orchestra. But that's a really nice touch, and it sounds really good through headphones.
Yeah, I got to say, this is a 9 minute and 14-second song, and like I haven't felt the length yet. We're already
Yeah,
6 minutes in. That's a positive.
yeah,
You know, something I've always thought about Metallica is that they were a very symphonic band.
true. What he said.
Yeah, like I'm not saying they're symphonic in that they have a ton of like different elements, but like their sound, the way that they
It
use the
sounds very
guitars and the
grand, you
clean
know?
guitars and stuff, it sounds, yeah. And so, well, that's why I think it lends itself so well to a symphony. Did you hear Dave Mustaine try to play Megadeth with a symphony?
Oh, God, of course he did. He's such a
It was
fucking.
terrible. It was so bad. Like, genuinely, for somebody
He.
as good as guitar as Dave Mustaine, that was a dreadful, dreadful, dreadful performance.
See, no, most people, their heart pumps blood. I think Dave Mustaine's heart is entirely full of haterade.
Haterade from Metallica.
Exactly. I'm, I'm pretty sure you could, like, I'm pretty sure he could work for a chip factory and they'd never run out of salt for the chips.
You know, I gotta say, initially when I read the track list to S&M2, I was not excited at all. I was like,
Yeah,
so
and
many of these songs are repeats. I don't care about any of this. But like, I'm way more excited about it now than I was before.
yeah, I think the night that we did our wrong opinion on Metallica was the night that they announced the set list, and you kind of made that position a bit pretty clear on wrong opinion. But I'm glad you see the light. Honestly, I can't say that. I wasn't really enthusiastic about this album either. I can already say, as somebody who really likes S&M1 but would not call it like the best thing they've ever come out with, I can say that this has exceeded my expectations. This is already far better than I expected it to be. I
Oh,
guess we
and
just have to wait. I guess
I
we
was
have to wait
hyping up
until.
James Hetfield's vocals. That's something to
Yeah,
look
I was
forward
gonna say we have to wait for more of Metallica to come in.
to. Well, we got about what? Where are you on the seconds?
9:23 or 8:26, I think.
Oh, I think I'm a bit ahead of you now. I'm on 8:36.
Yeah. We're about the same place, I think. Yeah, this right here just like makes the album amazing.
I'm getting ready for Whom the Bell Tolls.
For
Ready
whom the
for
bell
Whom the Bell Tolls.
tolls.
Did you know that song was written about a novel?
Probably a Lovecraft novel, right?
No.
Oh, okay. So that does mean there is a song by Metallica that wasn't based off a Lovecraft novel.
Yeah, there's maybe one or two. One or
Okay.
two.
And for whom the bell tolls, we are on now. I'm on 7 seconds.
Yeah, it was written by a novel called For Whom the Bell Tolls, written by Ernest Hemingway about the
Oh.
Spanish Civil War.
Hmm.
I
If you don't
really love
headbang,
that like orchestral thing that they're doing.
if you don't headbang to this song, you're a greater man than I.
Especially the main riff. Okay, I pulled up the S&M1 track list.
All
Wait a
right.
minute. Oh yeah, For Whom the Bell Tolls was on it. Okay, thank
Yeah,
you.
I thought
I
so.
thought I was just imagining that.
Oh my god, yeah, this is already like a million times better than. If I remember right, like, didn't like for the original song, like off the album, didn't that kind of have like some orchestral elements as well?
Yeah, kinda.
Like, wasn't the ding 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 ding? Was that a violin? I can't remember.
No, that's a guitar riff.
Right.
I actually learned that guitar riff. It's a lot easier than it sounds.
It sounds pretty easy. It just sounds like you're doing like five notes and just repeating them.
Yeah, pretty much. It's still one of my favorite riffs by Metallica, though. At least like one of my favorite lead riffs. I think my favorite lead riff is the one at the beginning of Ride the Lightning. Like that one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the main riff of For Whom the Bell Tolls, like, I've always thought something that Metallica does so well is like what they do is they build up to the main riff. They do that so well, so that even if the main riff isn't all that special, like if you were just to play For Whom the Bell Tolls main riff by itself, it doesn't sound all that special. But when you use all of that build up first, it's just so epic and heavy, you know?
I can already tell the vocals are really good.
I'm not hearing it as much on this song, but like a few songs that I've heard on this album and also in like recent live appearances that Metallica has had, like I think they did like a live performance recently that I saw, and like James uses a lot more like gruff, growly
Yeah.
vocals, which is
Well,
really like really cool.
like really for the past 20 or so years, he's kind of had like this sort of crooner sound to him a little bit. I think I've made like the comparison to like, well, in the metal world, Danzig, but even like Danzig's inspirations, like Frank Sinatra, Bing Crosby, Elvis Presley.
Yeah, I agree,
Now,
but
but
like
like at the beginning, like
within like the within recent times, he's been adding more dirt. Like instead of For Whom the Bell Tolls, it's For Whom the Bell Tolls. You know? I mean, he's not doing that here. It's just an example. There's more dirt, more like gruffness to his voice.
For whom the bell tolls. Okay, yeah, I'm sold on this album. All right, you know what? We're on what, track 3, 10 out of 10. S rank. S rank.
I will leave that
Should we
to later.
I wonder if we'll maybe eventually we'll have to like update the wrong opinion we did.
I don't know.
Like
I
add like
don't
a
know
quick,
if S&M2 by itself is worth updating the whole video for.
I guess.
I gotta
I
say
can,
though, it's really fucking cool album art.
yeah. I will have to say that like if we were to do the wrong opinion now, this would be an S rank album.
At least so far. I mean, it could get
Yeah.
terrible.
I don't think it
Now
could
we have
get
The Day That
terrible. It
Never
could maybe
Comes.
go to an A if every single song after this sucked.
The Day That Never Comes has always been one of my favorite songs off Death Magnetic and one of the most
And that's what
underrated
we are on
Metallica songs.
now. We are on
Yeah, that's the one we're on now.
What song is this off of? This is
I just said it's off Death Magnetic.
Death Magnet. I wasn't listening to you. I was trying to talk over you to get the time code to our wonderful people.
Well, we're at 30 seconds now, or I am anyway. And yeah, The Day That Never Comes is a fantastic song. I love how it builds up and just gets heavier and heavier. And yeah, that's something that Metallica has done before in like Fade to Black and One. But you know what? I don't care. It's a formula that works, and it really works in this song. And
So
also, the lyricism in this song is really, really good.
I will say this, and I think I've said this in the wrong opinion. I actually used to say Death Magnetic was worse than Saint Anger. I'm not nearly that mean anymore. I think I don't remember if I gave it like a C or a B, but this is the big problem. I've listened to the album. I've given it at least 6 chances, and every time it goes one in one ear and out the other. With a few exceptions, like That Was Just Your Life, Unforgiven Part 3. Cyanide, I don't remember, but I remember liking. But maybe these versions of these songs could actually improve Death Magnetic for me.
Yeah, I really love this song. The chorus is fantastic. It's such a melancholic song, which is it really hits me in the feels, you know?
I think this version I can already say is better than the original, not even as a result of the orchestra, just as a result of this being a really good mix and Death Magnetic having a very, very, very bad mix.
Well, I think it's that, and also like you should begin to hear that like roughness I was talking about.
Yeah.
You can really start to hear it
Like,
in his voice.
it's like intense vocal fry, yeah. Yeah, this can. I really like the
Did you hear how I
guitar
did
tone throughout this entire album. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
It almost sounded like a disturbed thing, like
Yeah.
oh, you know.
Yeah, I really like the guitar tone throughout this album.
Oh yeah, the guitar tone is great on this. Anyway, in case you're curious what this song is about, it's about a father-son relationship that obviously isn't all that awesome. I think personally it's about like an alcoholic abusive relationship.
I wonder what that was. Oh, okay. I thought it was gonna be like another, like, I'm Metallica. I hate my parents. Like thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's a lot of those. Listen to this riff. It's one of my favorite Metallica riffs.
Speaking of bands with good riffs, band I've been kind of getting into lately that I have to recommend. They're older, but Pagan Altar. They released a couple demos in the 80s and then broke up and kind of rejoined in the new millennium. Released a couple albums there. Very much inspired by Black Sabbath, similar to Witchfinder General, if you've heard of them. They are one of my favorites, Witchfinder General, but Pagan Altar, not too far behind. Amazing riffs, Tony Iommi inspired, just very good. Just a bit of an aside.
Yeah, there's a band I know called Pagan's Mind, which I don't think they have anything to do with Pagan Altar, but
I'm sure they don't.
But they're also a great band with the name Pagan in it.
Yeah. Like what kind of, like, I assume they're like a metal band. Like what are they similar to?
I couldn't even tell you, dude.
They're just that unique.
Yeah, like I first encountered them because like I had been told progressive thrash metal was a thing, and I was like,
That sounds
"Oh,
interesting.
okay, let's check that out."
Well, Symphony
And
X,
like
isn't
I
that
would not
basically,
call it that, but
well, like
it's
Symphony
really
X, basically, right? It's like progressive thrash.
I mean they can be. I'd classify Symphony X most of the time as like neoclassical speed metal.
Honestly, with a name like Symphony X, when I got into them, I expected more, or when you showed me them, I expected more symphonic and elements, and as a result of them not really having that, I think they will not live up to my expectations if I were to ever do like a wrong opinion or getting into or anything like that.
Well, they do have like in the more recent albums, they usually open the album with like a symphonic thing, and then
Okay.
like it leads into the first song. So there's at least
Right.
a little bit of symphony. From what I understand, like Michael Romeo, the guitarist, has said like the reason he called the band that is because like the elements with the guitar and the keyboard together like kind of reminded him of how a symphony works, but they're not really a symphony. They're a
Yeah.
metal band, so they're Symphony X. He said it was just like this dumb thing they came up with at the time,
Tyler,
and
listen
it
to
was
this
mixed up.
riffing.
I know. This part of the song is amazing. And
Yeah.
like again, the orchestra is adding so much
Yeah.
to this. Yeah, like that's really good. It adds like a much grander scale to the music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely love this song. The Day That Never Comes is all. I think that was like the first song off of Death Magnetic that really just clicked with me immediately.
Yeah.
There are a lot of them. That Is Just Your Life has always been a
I
favorite
would
of
still
mine.
say that's not like top shelf Metallica personally, but it's better.
Nah, I wouldn't say it's top shelf Metallica or anything. It's maybe like upper shelf, but not top shelf. Hello, San Francisco Symphony. Hi, my name is Tyler. How you doing?
Uh, hey, how's the wife and how are the piccolos and fiddles out there?
Oh, The Memory Remains is next. Can I be
No, it's
honest?
not.
I've
No,
never
it's
really
not. It's
liked.
Four Horsemen, right?
No.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yes, we
Four
got
Horsemen isn't even
Memory
in
Remains
this.
now on 6 seconds. I have.
God, I do not like. I do not like this song.
Really? Like you don't like it just on like even on load? I like the song.
I don't know. Maybe it's just because I've heard it so much. I always just go, ugh, when I have to listen to it.
It's a really good song. Wait, no, they didn't play this one live. They played Fuel live, and that was an amazing song because they had a shit ton of pyro and things like that.
This was on S&M1
Yeah.
also, and like as much as I don't know, man. I don't hate this song. I just it's kind of a lull, you know.
Yeah, I'd say this is like the first song so far that I would say I really feel that on this album that I really feel the orchestra is kind of tacked on.
Also, I hate the
I mean,
ending
it's
where they're
not
like, la,
awful.
la, 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 la,
Oh
la,
yeah,
la. Like
that's
fuck
true.
off.
That's awful. What were they thinking? Where the hell's the radio version that cuts that shit out? No, yeah. I mean, this isn't awful. This song is kind of like more minimalist on the orchestra so far, and kind of just makes me wonder why they included this in the first place. If
I don't
they're
know. It
ever
was on
going to
the
use the
original and
orchestra,
people liked it, so I don't know.
they use it very sparingly in this song as compared to the previous few songs.
I was watching a YouTube video recently that was making the point like Metallica's next album has the potential to be the best album they've ever made. And his argument for that is what was Hardwired? What was that album?
It was a more refined version of Death Magnetic.
No, but what is the purpose for its existence?
To make money.
To an extent.
To release an album called Hardwired to self-destruct
You're
that
not
has really
getting the
bad
point.
cover art.
You're not getting the point. Why did they have to release that album?
As an apology to Lulu.
No, when was their last studio album before that album? Death Magnetic came out in 2008.
Yeah.
8 years prior to the release of Hardwired.
Yeah.
So at this point, like, Metallica has nearly gone a decade without releasing an album. Meanwhile, Anthrax, Megadeth, like, they've all been releasing material, and Metallica's just kind of been left behind. So in essence, Hardwired was an album they had to release to say, hey, we're still around. Like, we're still a band, and we can still make music, and it doesn't suck.
Oh, God, here's the part.
Yeah, but it doesn't suck here.
At least they're doing, like, this. This isn't too bad.
So anyway, the point is, like, Hardwired wasn't an album they necessarily artistically and creatively wanted to make. It was a credibility album.
Yeah, we'll have to preserve judgment. The new Metallica album, I think it was supposed to come out this year, but it's been pushed back due to COVID. So I'm imagining.
Well, they were writing this year, but
yeah.
Anyway,
I imagine
is that, like, Metallica's best albums have been made when they were at their creative heights.
Yeah, depending
and
on
that's
how
where they're at right now.
Depending on how well we handle the pandemic, I imagine we'll probably see this album maybe 2021, 2022, something like that.
Probably. A lot of music's being pushed back, and like, there are bands who are coming out and saying, like, music is not going to go back to normal until at least 2022, if not longer than that. Which sucks.
Yeah.
I would hate to go 3-4 years without having, like, a normal music industry.
Yeah. Yeah, this isn't bad by any means. This is maybe the least
it's definitely the worst
amazing song so far. It's very good though. I like it. I like this outro with, like, all of the bells and things.
Yeah, they're just kind of letting the crowd vibe. I assume this would be a lot better if we were there.
Yeah, yeah, this would be really cool, honestly. I'm telling you, man, Metallica is an absolute trip to watch. They have, like, these tiny drones and shit fly around the stage. A whole bunch of pyro. You can literally feel the pyro. You can feel the heat and, like, smell it.
Feel the pyro.
Exactly, man. I'm telling you. Metallica. Look, I'm just saying, if we, whenever we have concerts again, you'll be put off by the sticker shock of how expensive their concerts are, worth every single penny.
All right, we are now on Confusion.
What is this? Confusion?
Confusion.
What is this? Is this off of
Hardwired?
Oh my God! Is this Am I Evil? It sounds like
Am I Evil? Dude, I was trying to learn Am I Evil, and, like, that riff in the beginning is so fucking difficult.
Really?
Yes.
Basically just the opening to The Planet's Mars by Holst. Gustav Holst.
No, not that. Like, the solo that happens right in the beginning.
Oh, yeah, right. I guess I do need to get more into Diamond Head at some point.
I mean, you tried listening to their best album and you didn't like it, so man.
Yeah, we'll have to. We'll do it eventually. It's on our list for Wrong Opinion. We have a very long, comprehensive list of probably over 30 bands.
Yeah, but I think we decided at this point we're going to do System of a Down next, and then Symphony X, and then something Logan wants.
Yeah, and then we'll play it by ear then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. We only have 2 more System of a Down albums to really listen to. We could
We
probably,
should just, you know how we were listening to the Killers in our own time? We should do that with System of a Down.
yeah, let's do that.
Just because, like, I would like theoretically to do it together, but my schedule is so
Yeah,
fucked, we're never going to have time to do it together.
I'm gonna be busy like this weekend as well. I start school next week. It's gonna be a trip.
Yeah. The workload in my school is just insane right now. Like, I haven't had any free time at all this week, basically.
Yeah.
You know, I got to be honest, I didn't really like Confusion as much on Hardwired, but I really like it here.
If I remember right, if I like go to my notes, isn't this one of the songs I said they should cut?
Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah.
said the same thing.
I think this was like the only like a lot of people say like it's weird how like so many people are like, oh, Hardwire drags a lot and it's super long and they should have cut some. Not really. It's like let me can I look at the times on Spotify on computer? Maybe. I just want to prove a point. I guess not. Anyway.
You want to know how long Hardwired is?
Yeah, like how long is Hardwired as compared to like the last few albums since like
Hardwired
Metallica? Because
is
all
an
of the
hour and
albums by
17 minutes
Metallica
long.
released after the Black Album. Well, the Black Album and all of the following albums are over 1 hour.
Did you hear me?
What did you say?
It's an hour and 17 minutes long. Actually, Load is longer.
Yeah, Load is longer. Um,
Reload is longer.
all the
No, it
other
isn't.
albums are
Reload is
roughly that
76
length.
minutes.
Huh?
I said reload 76 minutes.
Yeah, an hour and 16 minutes, so roughly that time. You know what I mean? Like I don't know why so many people say it drags so much more. All Metallica albums kind of drag, even the good ones.
I mean, I don't think just because an album is long, it drags. You know, like,
Yeah.
I listen to prog. A lot of the albums I listen to are well over an hour and a half long, and they don't all drag just because of that.
Fair.
So I think it's more about the quality of the songwriting. You know, so, okay. Blue Oyster Cult actually just released 2 singles today. Logan and I listened to those. I actually really like both of them. I think
Yeah, me too.
I forget what the first That Was Me is really, really heavy. It's really good. Box in My Head is funny. I think it
Yeah.
was probably
I didn't
intentionally
like it as
nice.
much. I didn't like it as much. I don't usually like. I mean, like, you know, tongue-in-cheek songs can be kind of fun sometimes, and I'm glad they included it. I just wouldn't. I imagine it's not going to be a highlight of the album or anything.
Yeah, I kind of agree. But my point is that the album is going to have 14 songs on it.
Yeah.
They released information about it today, and they said the album is going to have 14 songs on it.
Yeah.
Just wait a minute. 14 songs.
Yeah.
Just let that sink in. That is a lot of music, okay?
Yeah, it is.
It's a lot of music. The album is going to be well over an hour long.
Oh, shit. Well, I mean, they're overdue. When was their last album? Like, what, 2001, 2002? I mean, like...
2001, yeah.
Yeah, so 19 years. They better make it over an hour long.
Yeah, it's going to be a long album. And, like, as soon as they told me that, like, there were 2 parts of me. One that was really excited that I'm going to be getting all of this music from Blue Oyster Cult. But then the other side to that is that's a lot of music. And
It's
what
a
if
lot
the
of,
album
okay,
drags?
I think, well, it's a lot of music, but I imagine they probably, at least off and on, have been working on this album for the past 19 years.
They pretty much have, like, off and on, yeah.
Yeah.
They said writing really started in, like, 2017, I think. Like
2017, you
seriously
said?
started. I think so. And then they started like actually recording in like 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see whether or not that will work out or not. But
Me too.
I think
Yeah.
I think like there's a good chance this is their last album. So I think it's okay that it's going to be a
Yeah.
little longer. But
And not to mention how belated it is. I mean, like,
by the way, we are now on Moth into Flame at 8 seconds.
um,
Yeah, so it's nearly been 20 years since they put
yeah.
out an album. And for the record, just so you guys know, um, S&M1 came out in 1999, which means it's been 21 years since
Yeah.
S&M came out. I'm 21 years old, which means that S&M and I are the same age.
Shut up, Tyler.
Actually, technically, I'm a little older because I came out in March and S&M came out in November.
When you rocketed out like a baby cannon and yeeted yourself into the world.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
always liked
immediately
Moth
I
into
love
Flame.
this better than the original.
Did you hear that? Decadence.
Yes.
Like, he's totally doing that.
Immediately I like this version better than the original.
I really love what he's doing with his vocals. I know I've gone on about this a little bit, but I think like the next Metallica album is going to be really heavy.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna go way down the heaviness route.
There's a lot of bands that are getting heavier. Like the new Blue Oyster Cult album, the first single is heavy as fuck.
Yeah, but according to interviews, like the album they have said, and I don't know how much of this is just, hey, we're advertising an album, but they said it's literally their most diverse album musically that they've
Fair
ever made.
enough.
There's heavy songs, soft songs,
Yeah.
like pop
And
songs.
then not only that, Scorpions are supposed to come out with a new album in the semi near future, apparently. And
Scorpions have sucked since Yuli John Roth left, in my opinion, with the exception of
what?
maybe Blackout.
Love It First Sting. You need to get into that album, man.
It's okay.
It's great. It's amazing. It's
Not amazing.
and Animal Magnetism as well is amazing.
Yeah, Animal Magnetism is a good album, but I don't think Love It First Sting or Animal Magnetism touch the best of the Yuli era.
I don't really like Yuli. Like, okay, like what? In Trance was probably their best album.
In Trance, Virgin Killer,
Virgin
Taken
Killer.
by Force.
I don't like Taken by Force at all.
Ah.
I don't like it. It's like there aren't any standout songs on that album except what was the one?
The Sales of Trance, like literally the most popular song.
That one.
Steam Rock Fever's huge.
No,
We'll Burn the Sky,
no,
Riot of Your Time,
no,
He's a Woman, She's a Man.
Those
All
songs
these
suck.
songs are really big, like popular songs from the band
Yeah.
that are played a ton in live shows.
Yeah, but like no, Animal Magnetism, Love of the First Sting, Blackout, some shit off of Crazy World maybe, and then that's about it.
I pretty much sailed off the Scorpions bandwagon at Savage Amusement.
Yeah, like I've had that album on vinyl for literal years, and I don't think I've listened to the full thing. So that should be a bit of a testament to the spotty quality of that album.
Yeah, I've heard pretty much all of the Scorpions albums after like Crazy World kind of suck.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too. Well, they're apparently like their last like one or two albums have been pretty good. Kind of a return to not necessarily form, but at least a return to kind of that 80s arena rock sound.
But no, I mean, like, objectively speaking, Yuli John Roth is a hugely influential guitarist.
Yeah.
He's a virtuoso. He writes, like, fantastic solos and riffs. And, like, you don't get that with later Scorpions albums.
The thing that really stands out about that album is they got the producer from Slipknot to produce, I don't remember what Slipknot album, to produce the new Scorpions album. So I don't know if that means it's going to be heavier. I don't know if that means it's going to have a more raw kind of sound to it, like a more like distortion heavy sound. I don't really know. I imagine it's probably not going to be the same kind of like it's not necessarily going to be the pop arena rock sound of the Scorpions that we're used to, though, is my guess. This song though is it's one of the better songs off of Hardwired, and it is a very good song on here, better than the original.
The guy who's producing the new album from Scorpions is a guy named Greg Fidelman. He worked on Hardwired to Self-Destruct by Metallica. He worked on We're Not Your Kind by Slipknot.
Right.
He worked on Point 5, The Gray Chapter. He worked on 13 by Black Sabbath. He was an engineer with that album. He wasn't the producer.
Oh, no. Wait, an engineer? That means he was responsible for the Loudness Wars clusterfuck of that album.
On 13?
What? I told you, like, there's... 13 is such a love-hate album with the mix for me. Because on one hand, it's so, like, you can hear, like, it peak so many times because I guess Rick Rubin probably had something to do with that, but
anyway, he's also done System of a Down's debut album, some Slayer.
Oh, yeah. Oh, in that case, this guy works very closely with Rick. Oh, no, this guy works very closely with Rick.
He worked on Lulu, he worked on Death Magnetic, he worked on, what was the other one that he worked on?
All right, never mind, Abandoned Ship. Seriously, like...
Oh, he worked on Californication by Red Hot Chili Peppers.
That's a good album.
Oh, shit, we are now on the Outlaw Torn, 30 seconds.
What?
But yeah, this is a pretty good list of like albums to work on. You know what? I am very curious about the new Scorpions album.
Now I'm kind of skeptical because he basically just followed Rick Rubin around.
Well, it says on his Wikipedia page that he is a frequent collaborator of Rick Rubin.
Yeah. Outlaw Torn. Was this on Death Magnetic? I can't remember.
No. Black Album.
Black Album. I don't remember this one, I don't think. Was this like one of the last few tracks that like less people talk about?
I believe. Oh wait, no, it wasn't on Black Album. It was on it was on Load. It was on Load.
Okay.
That's right.
Load of shit.
Let me look it up. Okay, yeah, it is Load. It is Load.
Okay. I kind of remember the name of the song. It'll have to like go.
I believe they played this on S&M1.
They might have, probably.
And it was like one of the highlights. Yeah. They did.
Oh, now I'm remembering this.
So the song is apparently about losing someone that means a lot to you and desperately seeking a replacement that never comes. Whom could this song be about?
I don't know at all.
Clifford.
Mommy. I can definitely say this. This is a highlight of this album as well. I mean, can you reasonably give this anything lower than a 9 out of 10, even if every single song after this were to suck?
I don't know. But I saw a really funny meme once where it's like, what would you do if you could time travel? And it was like, I would go back in time and tell Cliff Burton to change seats with Lars.
Oh. You know what? Oh my god, like one of like the, I guess, kind of tragic ironies. I don't know if it's ironies or tragedies, but that I learned about was I think it was like, I don't remember who it was, but like when Buddy Holly, Big Bopper, and the other person, I can't remember who it was, when they all got on that plane where they eventually crashed and died, it was someone the last thing that they had said was, the last thing uh, I don't crap. I can't like tell the story because I don't know all the details. But basically, somebody told Buddy Holly right before he got on the plane, "I hope you die on that plane."
Damn.
Yeah, so I'm sure that's not eating him alive right now as we speak. Definitely not eating Buddy Holly alive because
Well, I mean, like, it's probably not eating him alive. He's probably killed himself by now.
yeah, I would have if I like voodooed this guy into fucking death.
He should have fucking tapped on wood, god damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's talk a bit about John Petrucci's new solo album, because that came out today. And I've been listening to that too. So I gotta say, like, it's actually interesting how he did it. So like if any of you have listened to his other solo album, which I think was called like Suspended Animation or something like that, you'll know that like what he usually does is he structures things as sort of like a song structure. So you have like your verse, your chorus, your verse, your chorus, your solo, which is usually extended because it's an instrumental. And then it goes back to like the chorus, which in like instrumental music we call the chorus a musical theme, you know. Like in I think it's is it Beethoven or Bach who did the da na 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 da na
Beethoven.
na na. Whoever did that, that is the
Beethoven.
musical theme of that piece, right?
Beethoven.
Beethoven did it. Oh, there you go. And that theme like repeats throughout the whole piece in certain sections, and then there's like modulations and whatever else. Um, it's very much similar in the new album. So you have like songs like Glass-Eyed Zombies, which have sort of like a theme that the song starts with, and then it goes on and into like a solo, which is the verse section, and then it brings it back to that theme, which is the chorus, and then it goes on. It's really interesting to listen to because like normally musical like instrumental music is just kind of meandering, right? It's
Yeah.
just like random improv, and that's a huge problem you have with instrumental music,
Yeah.
right?
I don't know. I'll have to. I mean, this definitely sounds like a very interesting thing. I'll have to check it out at some point.
Yeah, and there's some really heavy shit in there too, as far as like the
Like even
guitar
yeah,
riffs and
like even
things.
if I don't like it, I'll have to at least like listen to it just so I can say I did. It's
Yeah.
like one of those albums.
Oh, by the way, Mike Portnoy played drums on it, which is
Cool.
kind of like a huge deal because Mike Portnoy and John Petrucci haven't played together since he left Dream Theater like over 20
Wow.
years ago.
I've been
At
watching
this,
Final videos a lot lately. He's really interesting to watch.
yeah, he is. He's very knowledgeable about music and especially prog music.
Hmm. I need to
Yeah.
get the Jellyfish. That's a band. And then what is it? Big O for something? Bigfoot? I don't remember.
So Mike Portnoy left Dream Theater in 2010. So it's been about 10 years, not 20, since he's played
Yeah.
with John Petrucci, and that's kind of like a big deal. So
John Patootie.
John Petrucci. You know what's insane? John Petrucci is one of the most like technically brilliant guitarists who have ever lived, and there's still assholes who covered all of the songs on this album within like 20 minutes of it being released. It's
Yeah, it really makes you feel like a total loser piece of shit, huh, Tyler?
yeah.
Go in the corner and cry and think about what your life has become.
Hey, I spent all day learning the thing that should not be so we could do that stupid joke in the beginning.
I know, isn't I know. See the backbreaking work we do to bring these terrible jokes to you, ladies and gentlemen. This is a labor of love and no pay, so be fucking grateful.
Yeah, no, I am gonna be posting like a cover of that song soon
Yeah,
enough, though, within like a few days.
in on his
I
like
have my
personal
own YouTube
channel.
channel where I kind of
Yeah,
just post covers
yeah.
for
Maybe
fun.
we could. I don't know. Maybe we could. I was gonna say maybe we could like favorite. I don't know if that would be public though. I don't know.
I don't know. Could always link the video when I put it up.
Yeah, maybe if you want. All right,
I mean, nobody watches either channel, so I don't
fair
really think
enough.
it matters. But
We have 11 subscribers, Tyler. You're making them all cry.
oh, I'm sorry. Like half of them are friends and family members who don't watch our shit.
Well, one of them is me, and then another one is a friend of ours. I can tell.
And another one's me. I subscribe too.
Oh, okay.
And I think Christy subscribed.
Christy? Christina's friend.
My girlfriend's friend, yeah. Or not girlfriend, fiance now. You know, the amount of times I still say girlfriend.
I know. Soon you'll have to say wife.
I know. It's gonna be another.
It's gonna be weird. You're gonna have to as soon as you become married, you're gonna have to say, oh, she's my girl. I mean, fiance. I mean, wife. I mean,
whatever
sister.
the fuck she is.
I mean, oh, damn it.
Oh shit. Now, one of my favorite quiz show things ever. Like, what is another name for a wife? Bitch.
Name a slang term for a policeman. Dick. And he said it exactly like that too.
Name something you don't want to see when you break into someone's house in the middle of the night.
Grandma.
Naked granny. Naked grandma. Naked what? Steve Harvey.
We are on No Leaf Clover now.
Yes. No Leaf Clover.
5 seconds. This was the exclusive to the last album. There's nothing exclusive to this album, right?
Just like the Opus and the Iron Foundry Opus.
Yeah.
With the Scythian Suite and the Iron Foundry.
I imagine. I don't know. I don't know if those are like instrumentals or what.
They're probably instrumentals. That'd be my guess.
Okay.
I mean, if it's classical music, I would imagine that it's just the symphony taking the lead, and then Metallica kind of just like palm muting in the background. I don't know.
Metallica, stomach, table.
Have you ever heard like a metal version of Vivaldi?
No, but I'm not sure if that would work. Wait, no, maybe like Winter.
It's really good.
Like Winter, I could see that working because like that's kind of darker sounding.
Yeah, that's usually what people play.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a song on John Petrucci's solo album that's supposed to sound like pop punk. It's called Happy Song. You're gonna love it.
Happy. Piss off.
The melody in that song literally sounds like a Blink-182 song too. So
yeah, this was the exclusive song, and then there was another one off of S&M2 as well. I don't remember what it was.
Minus Human was the name.
Is that on here?
No, it isn't.
Well, Minus Human equals shit. I can say that for nothing.
I did a cover of that song on my channel.
Yeah, Minus Human equals shit.
It's people equals shit, you fuck. Nice try, though.
Fuck you.
That was weird delivery. It's such a straight train coming your way.
You're more familiar with this song. How do you think it compares to S&M2?
Honestly, like, aside from that weird delivery, I can't really hear much difference.
Fair enough.
It sounds like they're basically playing it the exact same way.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe there's a bit of difference, but I can't tell. I would have to listen to him back.
Definitely, I'm sure it's mixed a lot better.
I do. I mean, aside from my little mockery of James Hetfield there, I do think overall his performance on this version of the song is pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, what else can I say other than this album is really good? We still have like halfway.
Well, you better come up with something because we still have like an hour left.
Like still. Oh Jesus Christ!
We're only halfway through the album.
We're not even halfway through We're almost at the end of the first disc of Spotify. on Spotify's disk drive. I knew this was gonna suck. All right.
I mean, I still think we had to do it. I mean, it's fucking
Yeah, we
S&M2.
had to. It's like such a hyped album.
Yeah, yeah. But you know what? Like, since we have time to fill, we've been talking about like new releases. Let me just pull up like the metal release calendar, and we can talk about some stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe even some stuff we could cover on the podcast as they come out.
Well, I'm sure if it's big enough, we'll cover it.
So, I know Avatar just put out an album recently. I don't think that's one to cover on the podcast, but it's still cool. Oh yeah, Doc and the Lost Songs came out today too.
It did.
That was their like B-sides album from like their
heyday.
A
B-sides
in, like,
album. We're not covering that.
No, but it's definitely something to check out.
Yeah.
Because like I said, it's all like basically songs that they recorded in like their late 70s and early 80s.
Really? Like before they were a band?
I guess. I don't know.
Okay. That would be interesting.
What else came out today? Pig Destroyer's EP came out today. I'm more interested in that than you probably would be.
What is it?
Pig Destroyer is a grindcore band.
I don't know, maybe.
Very, very extreme and heavy.
I don't know. If they have enough of a following, maybe.
Nah, I mean, they are kind of big in grindcore, but...
Yeah, it's too much of a niche audience, I think.
Yeah, plus something like grindcore, I don't know if it would be very conducive to this podcast.
Yeah. Plus, it's an EP, so it would be a pretty short episode anyway.
Oh, Oceans of Slumber just released their, I guess not their debut album.
I don't know who they are.
So they're kind of like a doom metal band that's signed to Nuclear Records, I think.
Okay.
We are now on Halo on Fire. Yeah.
Yeah, this is we are on 20 seconds in. This is off Hardwired.
Anyway, they've also been compared to like prog metal, like Opeth even.
Yeah, maybe. We can.
And also gothic metal, like
Typo Negative.
Yeah, that's another comparison.
That's the only goth metal I'm really aware of is Typo Negative. I'm sure there's like a lot of bands I've listened to that would be classified as goth metal. I've just never heard them classified that way.
So I guess the big ones would be like, as you know, Typo Negative, but also Evanescence, Lacuna Coil, Paradise Lost.
Oh, I haven't heard of a lot. I mean, I'm obviously aware of Evanescence, but
Draconian.
I would not even classify Evanescence as metal, honestly. And they're on the top 100 metal albums.
Yeah, but like, okay, how many songs have you heard by Evanescence?
I guess.
Exactly. You've heard like 3.
Yeah.
The hits.
Not to mention one of them like was just like a gimped version that they didn't want to release in the first place.
Yeah. You know, I always didn't like Halo on Fire, but this version has sold me on the song so far. I love this. This is great.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway, I'm really interested in checking out Oceans of Slumber. Oh, by the way, Fronted by a Girl. That's really unique for this genre.
We'll have to, I'll have to, maybe, I don't know if it already came out, I guess we could.
No, it comes out September 4th. So
okay,
next week,
well then, so that comes out, I guess, next week. So next week we'll release a review of that.
Yeah, maybe. What else is coming out? So September 11th, we get Marilyn Manson, his new album, which, by the way...
No, bad.
You heard his new song?
If you're Marilyn Manson, you're not allowed to do that.
Have you heard his new song, though?
Me?
Okay, I'm sending you his new song after this podcast. Listen to it either right after or tomorrow.
Is this, what's it called? I might have. Because you sent me like something real, like kind of recent that he did that I really liked. Is it like Under the Gun or something?
I don't remember the name of the song. I'm gonna have to look it up. Here we go. Discography. We Are Chaos. It's called We Are Chaos. Oh, that was easy.
I do think I listened to that. I think
Yeah,
it was.
it's kind
Okay.
of like taking more of like an electronic direction.
Yeah. Well, Marilyn Manson's always been kind of electronic, so, or they've always had that influence at least. So that doesn't, to me, seem like a huge leap.
I don't know. Maybe it's something to cover just because it's so weird.
I mean,
Mastodon.
it's gonna be a big album regardless, so we'll have to cover it.
Mastodon's releasing their Medium Rarities album, which I think is a B-sides album too.
I
But
don't
it's
like
actually gotten some really good like chart success with their song, like "Follow the Torches" or something like that.
I don't really like Mastodon. I know that's a controversial opinion. Maybe I need to give them another chance, but I never liked them.
Yeah, you need to listen to like an actual album.
Yeah, probably.
Oh yeah, Neil Morris is putting out an album, but I don't think it's going to be on Spotify.
I don't
So
know who that is.
Neil Morris,
Nah, who's that?
really? Oh well, I guess he was in Spock's Beard.
Oh, yeah, I've never really listened to them.
Yeah,
Or
but you
I
know
think
who Spock's Beard is, right?
I am aware of who they are because you're really into them, but I don't remember exactly what they do. They're like kind of prog-ish, right?
They're really, 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 really proggy.
Oh, okay.
But Neil Morse is kind of interesting because he went Christian,
Okay.
and that's kind of, I don't know if that's why he quit Spock's Beard, but like everything fell apart and he became like a Christian born again guy, and like they've released albums like Similitude of a Dream, which is a concept album loosely based on the Pilgrim's Progress, which is like a Christian allegory.
Yeah.
So like this dude
It could
is,
be
oh, and by
interesting.
the way, that album is over, like if that album's like 2 hours and 40 minutes long.
Okay, nope. No, tap, tap,
That is
tap.
a
We're not
very
doing
fucking
that.
long album.
No, no, I already regret doing this album, and this is a band I like.
Yeah, Neil Morse is crazy.
Yeah.
Granted, not all of his albums are that long. Like his first one, The Grand Experiment, was only like 50 minutes long.
All right, that's fair.
But Similitude of a Dream is insane. It's like 2 hours and 40 minutes. He's even longer than fucking Dream Theater's Astonishing. And that album was already a century long. So
It's longer than this album probably.
actually, it's about the same length as this album, The Astonishing. Granted, it feels much, much longer.
Yeah.
Ace Frehley is releasing something called Origins Volume 2.
I'm imagining that's some kind of compilation, but I like.
Or like a solo album. I don't know.
Yeah, Ace Frehley. Out of all the members of Kiss, he probably has the best solo career. Gene Simmons had some okay shit too, but
I have been trying so hard to like not hate Kiss.
like like, and by that I mean like Gene Simmons had like one or two okay songs on his own. I actually don't mind Paul Stanley's solo career. Or no, I'm sorry, not Peter Criss. I don't mind Peter Criss's solo career.
The hell did he do? Was he the bassist or something?
I think so. Yeah. Well, I mean, nobody in Kiss had like an official role. Like Gene Simmons would sing some songs. Ace Frehley sang a little bit, the least out of all of them, just because he really didn't want to. Gene Simmons, he had like the really like demigod voice. He did like God of Thunder.
Yeah.
And then Paul Stanley. I think Paul Stanley was like one of the more consistent singers, I think. Peter Criss wrote, I don't know if how many songs Peter Criss actually sang, but he wrote a couple. He wrote a lot of the softer songs, like Beth. And as a result, like the solo album he released was a lot more poppy.
I just don't understand. Like like I don't understand the love for Kiss. I don't
Yeah, I
understand the
mean, like
love
I like
for Ace
Kiss. I
Frehley as a
like
guitar
Kiss.
player.
I like Kiss, but I would not say they're like my favorite band or anything. They have a couple really good albums though. Lick It Up, Creatures of the Night.
So we are now on Intro to Scythian Suite at about 20 seconds.
Oh, he's going to explain what this is. Yeah, Metallica Club.
Woo!
Woo!
Metallica Club.
One of us, Gooble gobble, gooble gobble.
You're welcome. You can applaud yourself.
What the fuck is he on about now?
The diversity of the audience, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. How the fuck did they just ask where you came from, like when they came in? All right, buddy, move along. You here illegally?
No, the French wouldn't be there. They care too much about the environment.
They'd be afraid of farting in Metallica's general facility. Your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries. Elderberries, I think. Never mind.
He said he'll be back in 5 minutes. No, stay gone. Is he really going to talk for another 3 minutes? I don't know how I feel about that.
This is like bringing back like what was the last album they released? Yeah, Helping Hands. It's bringing back those kind of vibes of like, okay, we're gonna do some music, and then like most of it's talk. Like, I like the talking in it in some points, but this is gonna be overkill. I can definitely say this. They were very interactive.
Being at the actual show, but you could have cut it from the album.
Yeah, they were definitely very interactive with the audience when I saw them, which was a pretty cool thing.
Then again, we did just listen to like a lot of fucking music without anything, so
yeah.
Yay, the San Francisco Symphony!
Oh my god.
To be fair, like the San Francisco Symphony is one of the few that stooped down to the level of playing with lowly metal musicians.
Lowly maggots, Metalica, Magetta. I don't know.
Megatilica. I don't fucking know.
Magatilica.
Magatilica.
Roberto? What the hell? Who's Roberto?
Robert Trujillo, he's a bass player.
Is Newstead not in the band anymore?
No, he's been out of the band for a long time.
Oh. Are they serious with this?
Yeah, in fact, Jason Newsted played only on
they serious with this shit?
So he left after S&M.
Oh.
What?
What the hell?
Why are we talking about Masters of Horses?
I'm going to check my phone while this happens. Oh, shit. Low battery,
Okay,
10%.
tattoos!
Oh,
Tattoos!
I tattooed you.
That was a decent intro to the song, though, in all fairness.
Oh, is the music going to happen?
This
now?
is Scythian Suite, Opus 20, The Enemy God, and The Dance of the Dark Spirits, second movement.
Okay.
Or I guess the technical way to say it would be Opus 20, second movement, The Enemy God, and The Dance of the Dark Spirits, but fuck you.
Shut up. Nobody cares about your opinion.
Well, if they're watching this show, then they do. They definitely don't care about yours.
Well, you have the wrong opinion. So. Hey, plug. Product placement.
What product? We don't make money.
Shut up, Tyler.
Yeah, this is cool.
Also, I forgot to mention I have a band, like an armband now. They're making a. So I'm like back at school, and they have like different colored bands every day because we all get like temperature checked every day,
Yeah, we do too.
and they make us wear a band every day, which is fucking peachy keen. I mean, this is definitely really good.
So this piece was originally written by Sergei Prokofiev or Fiev or whatever. And he was a Russian Soviet composer, pianist, and conductor.
Again, I cannot stress enough how amazing this sounds through headphones.
Yeah, this is great. He's most known for writing the music for ballet Allah I Loli, which is a story that takes place among the Scythians, commissioned by Sergei Diaghilev or whatever. The track "The Enemy God Dances with the Black Spirits" on Works Volume 1 by progressive rock group Emerson, Lake and Palmer is an arrangement of the second movement, which is what we're listening to right now.
Cool.
So Emerson, Lake and Palmer covered this.
Yeah, that's how us uncultured plebeians know it.
So in this movement of the song, the Scythians make a sacrifice to Allah, daughter of Veles, and the evil god performs a violent dance around 7 monsters.
Okay. Yeah. Just again, I've said this a million times. I hope that everybody here watching along with the podcast is watching with headphones. Otherwise, you're doing it wrong. I don't usually gatekeep, but you're not a true Metalica fan if you aren't listening. You aren't a true Audioholics Unite fan, at least, if you aren't listening to this with headphones. And you're not doing the album justice.
So, the next song we're going to listen to, Iron Foundry Opus 19, was composed by Alexander Mosilov, which is also a Russian Soviet composer.
Futurism.
Yep. This is a very well-known futurist piece from the Soviet Union.
All powerful way. Seriously, shut up, dude. Who the hell is this dude? Is he just an announcer?
He's talking about the backstory to the piece.
Future is up. I'd rather listen to Iron Butterfly.
You know, I think I remember. Oh yeah, he even said it. Alexander Mosolov. There it is, played by Metallica and the San Francisco Symphony. I think I remember reading like the members of Metallica like actually played like cello and shit like that with the orchestra. I would love to see like a cello player try and play electric guitar.
Play
Oh
Pachelbel's
shit.
canon on guitar. I'm sure it's really difficult.
There actually is a guitar. Oh, that's cool.
Kirk Hammett, baby.
I don't know who that is playing. Probably Kirk.
Yeah. It's a stomach.
Do you hear wah? Do you hear a wah pedal? If so,
Yeah,
then it's definitely Kirk.
Yeah.
Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, definitely Kirk.
Sometimes if you listen to the wind hard enough, you can hear Kirk Hammett's wah pedal.
This is a really cool piece.
It is. And honestly, the guitar like really makes it its own on the album. It's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really like the talking sections, but if you keep in mind that this was a recorded, like, actual concert, like maybe it doesn't take away from the album enough to be annoying. I'd probably definitely skip them if I were listening to this again.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah, me too, but I don't know. I'd say it's like a good time. It's like as good a time as any to like refill on beer or something.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's enough to take any points off.
Yeah, no, it's not.
I think that would be too harsh.
If anything, it kind of adds to the experience.
Yeah, in a way, because it does give you a little backstory into like.
Yeah, and it like makes you feel like you're actually there, like listening to them in the concert hall.
Yeah. Oh, this is really fucking cool. I like this. That's creepy as shit.
Yeah.
This straight up sounds like some horror fucking scores, dude. Like, I feel like I should be running away from Jason Voorhees to this music.
This is absolutely sex on a train.
This sounds like no, you know what this really sounds like? A score from a fucking Italian horror film. That's what it sounds like.
Perhaps Dario Argento.
Yeah, or Lucio Fulci.
You know what this sounds like to me? This sounds to me like the babble that we had to listen to on the Shags episode.
Thought we were retiring that joke.
We won't retire it until I don't know. Yeah, we probably should retire it. All right.
That reminds me, though, I'm gonna see if they reviewed S&M2.
Yeah, we'll have to. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, maybe we could bring back the pitch. We could bring back the pitchfork segment.
Well, they did not review it. No.
Okay. Honestly, I can't imagine even Pitchfork saying anything too bad about this album. It's pretentious as all hell. They'll love it.
How much do you think they gave Lulu?
Oh, God. Come on, even Metallica can't have liked that album. Probably, like, not even a 1.
We are now on the Unforgiven 3.
Cool.
I love this so much.
What time are we on?
Um, 8 seconds.
Okay.
So you said not even a one?
I don't think so.
One.
Oh, okay. That was close. Yeah, like even Bitchfork can't defend that album. Seriously, honestly, I still say Lulu is probably the worst album I've ever heard.
One of them, at least.
No, I'm saying at least for me, the worst album I've heard. I cannot think of a single worse one.
They gave Saint Anger a .8. Lulu is better.
No, it's not. It really isn't. See, like here's the thing. Not only is it just musically a really bad album, but it ruins such a great legacy. It ruined Lou Reed's legacy. Like even like despite that, like he was what did he I mean he like did like a lot of like really good like features up until he died. Like he did one for the Gorillas. What was the other one? Was it the Killers? He did something.
I love this intro. So, you're probably starting to see what I mean. This is entirely symphonic. They completely took the guitars out.
I like that. I like that.
The
That's
Unforgiven
what.
3, I thought, always lended itself really well to something symphonic sounding.
Yeah, like this goes back to what I was saying. I think in S&M1, the best songs were the slower ones, and the more atmospheric songs, like acoustic songs. I think that's going to be the case here too. Like, hold on, let me
And
see.
also, this is a real show off for James.
Yeah, like okay. Uh, wherever I may roam is going to be really good.
It's not
One
a
has
slow
the
song, though.
potential to at least be better than the not quite as good S&M version. Nothing Else Matters is on here. I'm actually pretty excited for Wherever I May Roam. I've made it pretty clear that I don't actually like the original of Wherever I May Roam all that much, but I'm pretty excited for this because it lends itself to be pretty good symphonically. Was Wherever I May Roam on S&M1? I can't remember.
Yeah, it was.
Oh yeah, I think yeah, you're right, and I think it was one of the better songs.
God, this is so good.
Yes, it is. It's really good. This is everything I could have ever dreamed it would be and more. This is kind of more what I was expecting S&M1 to be. This kind of lives up to the expectations of what I wanted S&M to be. And it's a shame that it took 21 years to realize that vision. But I'm glad they finally did it before, they all eventually died.
I just hope one is better this time around.
Yeah. And this is my favorite song in the Unforgiven trilogy as well,
Yeah,
by
me
far.
too. I wish they would re-record the song in like a studio setting.
Yeah. I
Or at
mean,
least
do they
pull a
really need
Steven Wilson.
to? Do they really need to? This is just good on its own. I would listen to this version on its own.
Yeah, me too, but I want to hear the original version better mixed.
Yeah, fair enough. Rick Rubin, you've ruined another classic. Nah, I'm kidding. That Magnetic is shit. Well, it's not shit. It's just not very good. Wonder what the hell Bitchfork gave Death Magnetic. Probably straight down the middle where it deserves.
4.9.
4 point. That's kind of low, I think. I mean, it definitely has faults, but I would have given it at least a 6.
This is always my favorite part of the song.
Yeah.
I think if you were to ask me, hey Tyler, what do you think lyrically is the best song Metallica has ever written? In an
Hey
instant,
Tyler, hey
I would
Tyler, hey
respond
Tyler,
this
hey
song.
Tyler, Tyler.
What?
What is the best song that Metallica has ever done lyrically?
Obviously, the Ecstasy of Gold.
Oh, obviously. I mean, he made his voice sound exactly like a violin.
Yeah. No, it's
Oh,
this song. This song is just
yeah,
lyrically amazing.
definitely.
How
Oh
can
God, what would
I
I
be
say? I would have to
lost?
say
I've
maybe
got nowhere to go.
I'd say "And Justice for All" or "Wolf and Man," maybe.
Oh yeah, and Justice for All is really fucking phenomenal lyrically, but
Yeah,
in a different way from this song.
yeah,
This song is more poetic, and that song is more just in your face, blatant bleakness. Justice is raped. Justice is
yes,
done.
yes.
They kind of put that in image in the cover art for that album too, because like
Yeah.
Lady Justice is being pulled down by ropes and like her tit is exposed by one of the ropes.
Think is it now? Na 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 na. I can't remember what that song is, but that's really good.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Never mind. It's another Metallica song. Uh, I thought it was off Hardwired.
It's a shame Dream No More isn't on this. That would have been an amazing song
Yeah.
to do.
Oh, that would have been amazing. I don't really care as much for the vocal performance on this song, though. I think is
I think
the
that
best
is
I can get
one
out.
criticism I think I have of this album. I think there's way too much instrumental stuff on this album.
Mm, I can, yeah, but I mean, it's Metallica.
There is one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight instrumentals on this
Oh,
album.
really? Oh, it's a problem.
And that compared to one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight,
Oh, there's
9,
more on.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
Wow.
15 not instrumental.
Oh, okay. We are on
I
All
think
Within My Head
you
now.
could have cut like a few of those.
Uh, All Within My Head. Was that Load or Reload?
All Within My Hands.
Yeah.
And no, that was on the All Within My Hands EP.
What? I didn't listen to that. Oops.
You did. That's the acoustic EP.
Acoustic EP? I don't remember there being an acoustic EP.
Do you not remember the Unplugged album you listened to?
Oh, look,
Like Helping Hands or
that's not
something
an
like that?
EP.
Yeah, it is.
Helping Hand?
Yeah, live and acoustic at the Masonic. That's an EP.
Really? That's like an hour long, though. Right?
I don't think it's an hour long.
It's insanely long, though. Oh, yeah, now I remember this, though. Is there like an electric version of this somewhere?
I don't think so.
It's so weird. It's so weird that, like, every so often they'll release, like, original songs on live albums. It's kind of a weird quirk of Metallica's, but it's not a bad idea. Because, I mean, like, not everybody loves live albums, but for those people, you
Oh,
can kind of
shit.
tempt them with, like, new material.
Okay, so this shows how well I know this album. So this actually was not an original song to the Helping Hands EP. You know what it was from?
Saint
Saint
Anger?
Anger.
Really? Well, I can definitely say without a shadow of a doubt this is the best song on Saint Anger.
I think I'd still say Some Kind of Monster, but
No, this song is actually like good though.
probably not on the original album.
Yeah, I don't remember it on the original album. You know
It
what's
was the
funny?
last song, straight up the last song.
I'll be honest, I never finished Saint Anger, even for The Wrong Opinion.
Wow.
I don't intend to. I don't intend to ever listen to that album ever again. I would like to go my entire life without reminding myself that such atrocity could possibly exist.
It legitimately is one of the worst metal albums to ever come from
It
a
really
big
is.
band.
No, Lulu is worse though. Don't let anybody tell you. Like
Yeah,
Lulu,
I agree.
yeah, like Lulu might be their best mixed album in a very long time. But no, don't let the mix fool you. It is 10 times worse than Saint Anger could ever be. Lulu is unlistenable. Saint Anger, at least people have like songs, like even like, people who hate Saint Anger, a lot of them can say like, oh, like Some Kind of Monster isn't too bad. Helping Hand isn't too bad. There is not a single not too bad song on Lulu. Everything is a
I
bit.
am the table.
Like even that gets old because they repeat it ad nauseum.
I am the tablet. I think that's actually funnier than I am the table.
That's true. In fact, no. I am the tablet.
Oh my god. So I just Googled I am the tablet Metallica, and this post popped up, somebody just like innocently asking, why is James a table? Lulu is a weird artsy fartsy album, and the lyrics is I am the table, but it is preceded by I am the room, I am the view, I am the tablet. I think the table is in reference to a table of contents. He also says these 10 stories.
Yeah, that doesn't make it much better though. That interpretation does not make it better.
I agree.
I actually would have preferred not knowing what that was supposed to mean. Yeah. Like this song, I don't know whether it was genuinely good on Saint Anger or not. And also, here's the thing about Saint Anger too. Like, what's the biggest criticism of Saint Anger? The mix. Go on
The sound of the
YouTube.
drums.
Huh?
The drum sound.
Exactly. Go on YouTube. Saint Anger Remixed. I don't remember. I think that's what it's called. Saint Anger Remixed. They changed the entire drum beat. They have like a normal kind of drum beat. They remixed the entire album. It sounds fantastic. It's significantly, if Saint Anger is an F, then Saint Anger Remixed is at least a D, maybe a C.
So this dude, I just got sent something. So this dude was like chugging beer, and then somebody put a raw egg yolk down the fucking like.
Why would you do that? That's not okay.
That's such a douchebag move. I would kill you if you did that to me.
Pulling Teeth, we are on now. Anesthesia, Pulling
They're
Teeth.
playing
43
this
seconds.
as like a tribute to Cliff Burton.
Yeah, 40. 52 seconds in now. I called it. They're going to use the cello as the bass. Go back in time in the video. Hear me now, quote me later. I told you it was going to be the cello. I'm not always right. Oh, wait, yes, I am. But honestly, Pulling Teeth is probably the worst song off of Kill 'Em All. It's like the only song I don't really like. Like, even
It's
as an
fantastic,
instrumental,
though.
it just feels like a demo tape that, like, accidentally got slapped on the album.
No, it's a bass solo. Okay.
I mean, it's probably a good bass solo. It just feels really out of place. Like, at least like Call of Cthulhu and Orion and even what was the one on Injustice for All? At least they kind of felt um, they kind of flowed better with the actual album itself. This really doesn't. Actually, I said it's cello. I'm not sure what this is. It's like cello mixed with like ELP synth. I don't know.
They should have said, okay, Metallica, you can do another symphony with us, but you have to play Escape.
That's not going to happen.
James would have been like, no!
No, not happening. Here's the thing, Escape is not that bad of a song. I actually find myself humming it every so often.
No, but James hates it.
I know, but like, I think it's, I mean, is it the best song on the album? Absolutely not, but I would say like, I think I made this point in the wrong opinion. I would definitely say, don't listen to the hate. Give it a shot and see if you like it yourself if you've never listened to it. I think it has merit. I think for a filler song, it could have been a lot worse.
I agree.
Is this just like guitar mixed with a shit ton of fuzz?
I'm not really sure what's going on.
Yeah, this was just such
Maybe
a
that
weird,
is the bass.
this is such a weird idea for a symphonic album.
I kind of like it, though.
I don't hate it. It's just like they had like cello for a little while and then it's just a normal bass solo. Like you could have just done this on your normal tours, Metallica.
They do, sometimes.
Yeah, there you go.
Man, I'm so pissed they didn't make this lead up to Whiplash.
Yeah, that would have.
Fuck Wherever I May Roam. You should have put Whiplash here.
I don't know. Would Whiplash have really worked with an orchestra though? Like
Don't
I said,
even care.
like the songs that are like faster though aren't usually as good. I mean, like what didn't they put Four Horsemen on S&M1, it kind of sucked.
I liked it.
I think it was like better than I expected it would be, but it still wasn't very good. I think they kind of learned their lesson a bit. Like, okay, let me look at the track listing. Yeah, no real like thrash speed metal songs on here. Maybe Moth into the Flame, arguably, but it's slow enough to where I think it works.
Also, Master of Puppets is on here.
Did they play that one? Oh yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah, but like Master of Puppets can work. Like Master of Puppets, it's like it has a high BPM, but like the actual riff, I don't think is that fast.
Which riff?
Just the song as a whole, like it has really fast drums, but it's not much faster than like I'm saying like it's not like Whiplash or Four Horsemen or something like that, or even Ride the Lightning. Or no, not Ride. Fight Fire with Fire. I keep saying that I wish they would have done Fade to Black. That would have been like the easy choice. On neither one of the albums, they did Fade to Black, and I'm kind of sad about that. This is really interesting.
So the BPM for Master of Puppets is 220 beats per minute, and the BPM for Fight Fire with Fire is 137 beats
Oh
per minute.
shit! Okay, I was wrong.
Yeah, Master of Puppets is really fast. I think Battery's faster though. Let me look that up real quick.
Yeah, this. Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Answer not according to this website. It's 192 beats per minute.
I'm gonna step away for a little while. Just keep going.
Okay. I've always loved this riff. And I still think it's like my biggest problem with the S&M version is it just sounded so much more thin. And I kind of have the same problem here. Like the riff on the Black album is just so heavy and meaty, and you're just like, yes. But here it's just like, it's cool. Just not as heavy. Oh, God, those vocals, those were so good. So I'm at 1 minute and 30 seconds for those of you who want to fully sync up with me. And I gotta say, I love the vocals that Hetfield has in this song so far. I'm telling you, like the gruff vocals that he displays on this record are really, really impressive. Oh shit. Anywhere. Damn. Definitely like it more than the S&M1 version, but I gotta say I still think I prefer the Black Album version. I don't dislike this version. I do like it, but I just think the Black Album version is heavier, it's more meaty. Yeah. And part of that is because like the guitar tone on the Black Album, in my opinion, is one of the best guitar tones of all time. You have the tone Hall of Fame. You've got like Petrucci, Hetfield, of course. Dimebag Darrell, you know, Richie Blackmore, Satriani, of course, and Santana, and, Vi, Guthrie Govan, all these guys, the virtuosos, they all have great tones. But I would say, like, as far as like virtuosos go, Petrucci probably has the best tone. I love Vi, I love Satriani, I love all those guys, but Petrucci just has such a good tone. Oh, but you know what? I shouldn't say that. Santana probably has the best tone because as much as I love Petrucci's tone and everybody else's tone, I think Santana's tone is so unique that you could just listen to 2 seconds of it and you would immediately know it's Santana because, I mean, the tone alone would be able to tell you that, but also what he's playing, like, it's very Latin infused and very few guitarists play in that style, so I would not personally refer to Hetfield as a virtuoso, but definitely a master of tone. While you were gone, I was talking about how I prefer the Black Album's version of Wherever I May Roam because the guitar tone is much heavier, makes the song sound like more heavy and thick and meaty than this tone.
I can definitely understand that opinion. I mean, like from what I'm hearing, I like the orchestral element of it. I think it adds more dimension to the song. Like, I think this is a song that just was meant to have symphonic elements to begin with.
All right,
I think
we're
they could have.
on in about a minute. We're going to be on one, and then we got Master of Puppets, and then Nothing Else Matters, and then Enter Sandman closes out the album.
Yeah, only 5 more songs left, baby.
Any other album, that'd be with like half the fucking record.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the highlight of this version of Wherever I May Roam has definitely been Hetfield's vocals. I think honestly, Hetfield's vocals have been a huge highlight of this entire album.
I think it's kind of inconsistent, especially in like Unforgiven Part 3. I didn't really. It seems like it was kind of wearing out, and maybe you could say that's part of like personality. But I would not say it's like a highlight. I would say, well, Symphony is probably the highlight, obviously.
I don't know. I think Hetfield's putting in a great performance
Yeah.
here.
I'd say for the most part, you're right. It's just not every song. Yeah, but I mean, like from what I was here to see, I mean, like I'll listen to a song another time, but this seems, I'd say, a little bit better than the original.
All right, so now we're on one. This is the big one. No pun intended.
We are 31 seconds in on one.
Oh, really? I'm only at 20.
Oh, well,
You're way ahead of me now.
Sucks to be you, man, Tyler.
Drawn out the intro.
Yeah, I can already say this is a bad idea. But no,
No, I like it.
it's okay. I probably would have preferred they didn't do that, but I could see other people liking that. Good percussion. Now let's get to the actual song. Good fucking percussion.
Yeah, it's definitely a show off, I think.
Yeah. It shows that you can, in fact, hit a snare drum. All right. I think just overall, I think the orchestra complements the music much better than it did on S&M1. This, like I said, is more so what I would have wanted from this album when I first heard it.
I love the tone on that guitar. It's a really good tone.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be interesting to see what happens when I get to the electric section. Was it Jack Black who said this is like there's an argument to be made that this is the best song of all time or best
Yeah,
metal song of all time, something like that?
yeah.
Even if it's not this song, I would have to say it's probably a Metallica song.
I
I
think
cannot tell you exactly
personally,
which one it is.
personally, I think I adhere to that. One is one of those songs that I would immediately think of when people ask me like what's the best song ever made.
And I can
It's
actually
not the
say,
it's not the song I would pick, but it's definitely up there.
Tyler, this version is amazing. It actually is, I would say, so far miles above the original. Like I'm holding out judgment until we get to the more electric parts of the song, but I mean, if you can say anything about one, it's the thing that plagues the entirety of that album, the lack of bass. That kind of hurts it a bit. But, this is a much more dynamic song on S&M2. Not only is there bass, but there's an entire orchestra that's able to actually complement the music. I'm very, very impressed with this album and this song particularly.
Yeah, I wish you were here for the chorus of Wherever I May Roam because he took some liberties.
He's taking liberties here too. I think he already has done. I've heard live performances that sound similar to this though. I think if there's anything I would say is that like, no, never mind. I was gonna say like maybe the guitar could have been up a little bit louder, but I kind of like that they're about the same level in the mix because they can kind of work together, I think.
Yeah. But no, in the chorus of like Wherever I May Roam, he's like, but I'll take my time anywhere, free to speak my mind anywhere. Like he was basically using harsh vocals.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I think I kind of agree with you. I think the guitar tone on this album is good, but on the heavier songs, it's kind of plagued a little bit.
Yeah, like I think, but at the same time,
Maybe I
though,
shouldn't say that because like it didn't really hurt for Whom the Bell Tolls or Moth in the Flame. It's just been on like this song and the last one that I really
yeah, but like on the flip side, though, I would say that I think part of the reason that this is better than S&M1 is because here they are focusing more on the orchestra than the guitar. And I think the orchestra is why you would buy this album in the first place. Yeah, this is the definitive version by far. Not to mention how just 10 out of 10 the original song is to begin with. This is amazing.
Yeah, I think this is way better than the S&M1 version of the song, by far.
Definitely. I would say better than the original off of And Justice for
I
All.
am not going to go that far with one.
I think I
I'd still
will.
think the original is better because, like, I think...
There's more dimension in this song, I think.
Sure, but, like, the entire point of one is that it's a cold, heartless, metallic song, especially at the end. And, like, when you add the orchestra in here, it makes it feel more grand and epic, and I think that takes away from what made the song perfect in the original recording.
That's a fair point, but I would say that the orchestra on this album as a whole is able to restrain itself when it needs to, which kind of takes away a little bit, at least, from that problem.
I think, like, although I personally think the original is better, that doesn't mean I don't like this version. I'm glad it exists, and if I want to listen to this version of the song, I can.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, like, I remember specifically the orchestra annoyed me a lot at the ending of one in the original S&M. And I don't know if they're doing something, like, explicitly different here, or if it's just the mix or what, but it doesn't here.
Yeah, I guess we'll need to listen to, like, S&M1 at some point to...
like, really compare.
Yeah.
But I think I agree. This album has blown me away with how fantastic it is.
Yeah. Especially considering it's an album that neither one of us had huge expectations for to begin with.
Yeah.
Like, I think we weren't even originally going to cover this, but we just ended up doing it because of all the publicity it was getting and all the hype surrounding it.
Yeah, we had plans to cover this when it came out, like, way before we even did The Wrong Opinion, but...
Yeah, this is absolutely amazing.
Or maybe not, because I don't remember. Did you know about S&M2 before The Wrong Opinion?
You knew about it, I just don't think we were going to cover it.
Okay, so maybe it was during The Wrong Opinion that we decided. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
All right, so...
Master of Puppets.
Master of Puppets.
Pastor of Muppets. Oh my god, that's like the best... whatever that thing is called. Pastor of Muppets. We need to call it that.
Yes.
If I ever create a band, I want it to be called Muppet Pastor. And
the intro of this song.
Speaking of which, we are on 42 seconds.
Yeah, the intro of this song is so difficult to play.
Yeah.
To the correct tempo. Anyone can slow down the riff and play it, but to play it to the correct tempo, you have got to be a god of downstroking.
I'm only now realizing how amazing the drums are on this song.
Oh yeah. You shit on Lars all you want. If any other drummer were in Metallica, it wouldn't be Metallica.
Yeah.
Lars' insane, chaotic drumming is what makes
Are there really people shitting on Lars?
Oh, a lot of people hate Lars. I mean, I think it's pretty much common consensus that Lars is the only bad part of Metallica.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people hate his drumming style. He's a joke to a lot of people.
I mean, I think it does what it's supposed to, but then again, I'm not really a drummer, so I don't know all the technicalities of...
I think what it comes down to is, like, Lars is a very, like, charismatic drummer. He does a lot of fills and things like that people think are excessive, but I think it adds to the
I can hear that now. Like, I mean, you know, I guess I can see both sides of that coin now. I still like it, though.
Me too. I think it's important for drummers to not only support the rest of the instruments, but still be individualistic on their own. You know, someone like the Rev from
especially with and even with bass too. Like the best bassists, the best bassists are people who can support the rest of the band
Yeah.
doing their own thing. And I mean, Geddy Lee does that perfectly. He's probably my favorite bassist.
Yeah. But like the Rev from Avenged Sevenfold, he does that perfectly. Like he supports the guitar player when he's doing soloing.
Yeah.
He's synced up with the bassist. Another great drummer, Mike Portnoy. Why is he such a great drummer? Because he has feel. Like if you listen to Dream Theater with and without Mike Portnoy, you can feel the difference because he was such a he was such a human drummer. I don't know how else to describe it. He has such great human touch to him when he plays drums.
I will say that this song is, I think this was one of the songs I didn't care as much for on S&M1, and I'm not entirely thrilled on it here either. But then again, the breakdown is like the interlude to this song is like where it got really good in S&M1. So I'll reserve judgment at least a little bit, but I still would not say it's a highlight.
I like it. I liked it in S&M1. I like it here. It's not a standout, but it's good.
It's okay.
I always forget about this part of the song where it gets slow. Yeah, I mean, it's a great solo. It's always been
Yeah,
a great solo.
it is.
The symphony isn't really doing anything here,
Yeah,
which
not
is
really. I imagine I'm hoping it at least does something like when the song ramps back up. Yeah, now it's kind of coming back. What the hell? Mariachi horns? Nah, I don't really like this. This is the first song I would say the S&M1 version is better. Definitely. This is just kind of goofy with the mariachi horns and shit, man. Master, strings that I've been after, master, brownstone they lies.
I don't know. Again, I don't mind it. I don't really think either version is better or worse. I think probably the original version of Master of Puppets is better than either S&M or S&M2's version.
Definitely, definitely. I'd say, like, in order, it's S&M2, S&M1, and then Master of Puppets original.
Yeah, we're kind of running out of steam here towards the end, guys. Sorry about that. It's
Yeah.
like nearly 1 a.m. here.
Oh, shit, really, is it?
Yeah, it's
Uh,
12:42. Oh man, maybe we should have waited to do this until tomorrow.
Honestly, I think it still would have. Honestly, I have
Yeah.
shit to do tomorrow anyway.
Uh,
That wouldn't have worked.
Tomorrow's my anniversary, so I probably wouldn't have been able to do it either
Oh,
until at
ooh,
least like
that's
tonight. So
nice.
yeah,
Any plans?
we're gonna get dinner. I don't know about anything other than that.
Nice. Well, didn't you say,
It,
what is it, Goodfellas is playing at the Allen?
yeah,
Cool.
she doesn't really want to go, so we might not.
All right. I don't know.
I would
Just
go
go
if
home, watch something on Disney Plus.
yeah, pretty much. I was like, she suggested just staying in and watching movies. I'm like, well, we always do that. How is it special then? You know?
because you're doing it together with the magic ring.
Okay, but we did that before. This
Fair
is our
enough.
anniversary. We gotta do something like special.
Well, I mean, like we're also like kind of in the middle of a pandemic, so options are a bit more limited.
You know what sucks? Flagship Cinema is opening in 2 days.
Oh. I don't know if they're showing new movies though. I don't think there's just a lot of new movies coming out.
Oh yeah, there's stuff that they can
Like
show.
like the new Mulan, like that came out to Disney Plus, but yeah, that was
I
kind
think
of
this part's
okay.
different. I don't remember this part.
I always forget about this part too, but it's all right. Yeah, every time I listen to the song, I keep forgetting about that evil laugh at the end.
Yeah.
I don't
Was
know
that in the
why. It's
original?
not like it's like not impactful or anything.
Was
Maybe I
that in the
just zone
original?
out after the solo.
You remember?
What?
Was that in the original? Do you remember?
Yes, it was.
Huh.
I
Well,
remember it.
now we're on Nothing Else Matters.
Yeah. What time?
Well, that's different.
What?
The intro.
Yeah. What time are you at?
Oh, I'm on 20 seconds.
Okay. You know, this is such an easy song to play on guitar. It's just the open chords.
Fuck you.
Anybody who says this is difficult clearly can't play the guitar.
Yeah, fuck you. No, like even that part is really fucking difficult.
What? Really?
Yeah,
It's just
it's like
open chords
natural
then?
harmonics and pull-offs and like tapping. Like it's difficult. Maybe not like the most difficult thing ever of all time ever, but it's not easy.
Have you tried to play? I gave you a fucking acoustic guitar. Learn how to play Nothing Else Matters.
Oh shit, wasn't I supposed to like give that back to you?
Yeah, I don't know. Just keep it until I come back.
Okay. I mean, I do use it, but
Yeah, yeah, whatever. Just give it back. I don't need it back now. I just want it back at some point in my life
yeah,
because it's not technically mine.
it's your brother's, right?
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe he'd just be willing to sell it to me. He
I don't
doesn't use
know.
it. He just
Yeah,
like keeps it at your place.
yeah, maybe. I don't know. Well, it's something we can talk about later.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely hear what you're talking about with the vocals. A lot more gruff, you know. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm kind of mixed.
I really love it personally. I think like that reality is going to make the next album really heavy, and I think that's good news.
Yeah,
Metallica needs to go back to that heaviness. Like
yeah.
Hardwired was on the
They haven't
threshold of
really
being
had
really
like
great, but it just
they
wasn't
haven't
there
really
yet.
had like a super heavy album since like Injustice for All, which is what
Yeah.
1989. I mean, you can argue like Blackout was heavy in its own unique way, but
I'm not saying they've never made heavy songs since
yeah,
then, but we need another Fight Fire with Fire.
yeah,
I don't know. Like this is probably my favorite version of Nothing Else Matters, but I've still never really liked this song much.
yeah. I mean, it's about on par with the S&M1 version from my memory. There's really not much to say about this one other than it's better than the original, which already had like violin and orchestral bits to begin with.
You know, I've never actually looked it up. I wonder what this song is actually about.
Probably nothing. It has. I don't know. Yeah, look it up.
So basically, it's a song about expressing your feelings.
Oh, well,
Gay.
yeah, I guess I was right.
Gay.
Tyler,
That's
you need to open up more. Nothing else matters.
gay.
You need to smile more. You need balance in your life.
What are you, Thanos?
I'm Dr. Phil. Catch me inside. How about that?
Oh, I just shuddered involuntarily from the thought of that fucking chick.
Huh?
I said, like, just the thought of that chick has made me shudder involuntarily.
No, didn't you hear they're making that like a lot of these fellow kids type shit. They're doing like because of quarantine, they're saying like cash me inside, how about that?
Oh,
Like
that's
ha ha
terrible.
ha ha ha, that's funny. That's funny. Please don't quit your day job. Or in fact
How
do, because your day
how
job
do you
probably
feel
involves you
about the
doing shit like
fact
this.
how do you feel about the fact that the Cash Me Outside girl now has like a successful career in rap?
Is she successful though? I haven't heard about her in a
Yes.
couple years.
Yeah,
I mean,
she's successful.
I don't know. I mean, I don't
I
know if
just hate
she's
that.
I don't know if she's any good or not. I mean,
She's terrible. She's the worst. Her name is Bad Baby, and bad is spelled with an H.
wait, what? An H where? Where would you put an H in there?
EHAD.
That's it. We need a new world. This is our practice world. Let's nuke this one. Go to the real shit. Enough B-roll. Let's get out of the beta stage of this world. Come on, nice try, God.
All right, boys. In about 40 seconds, we're going to be on the last song on the album.
No, I love this
Been
album,
a
but
journey.
I do want it to be over.
Yeah, me too. This has been a very, very fun time. It is bedtime.
The old
I
folks
need
got to
to
go
go
to bed.
sleep. Need to go sleep.
Jesus, like, think of how the audience is gonna feel. No fucking way anybody is going to watch this entire thing in one sitting.
I mean, as far as concerts go, 2.5 hours isn't really that long.
Yeah, but like, if you're on your own and just like watching this while you, I don't know, fuck your wife or something, you're not gonna do it all in one sitting. Also, if
This
you're,
better be some like epic shit. It's nearly 9 minutes long.
yeah, also if you have 2.5 hours worth of drive, you're a better man than I. Gonna hang out with my girlfriend over the weekend. That's gonna be pretty fun.
Surprise, surprise. This song is very easy to play on guitar.
I'm sure the bass bit is pretty easy, at least. Actually, this song it sounds fairly easy as well. Like not the solo though.
I mean, even the solo is considered like a
The
beginner
solo
to
is probably the
intermediate
best
song.
part of the song.
I know a lot of people have like said the main riff is overplayed and whatever else. I still think the main riff is really good.
I mean, the song as a whole is just overplayed.
Yeah, but a lot of people shit on that riff because like that riff basically has the same notoriety as like Smoke on the Water at this point. It's Babby's first guitar riff, you know?
Yeah,
But I still think it's a good riff. Fuck you.
this is pretty good. I'd say.
Controversial take. Smoke on the Water sucks. That riff is terrible.
I mean, it's good for what it was. It's a catchy riff.
Even back then, that was like such a basic and like fuck off. Even when that riff came out, it was shit.
I don't know if this is better or worse than the original. I would say worse by a tiny, tiny margin.
Well, let's reserve judgment because it's an 8-minute song and
Oh
we're only 2
shit.
minutes in. So maybe it gets really heavy. I don't know.
It's probably
Yeah.
just gonna be like constant wankery, which is just gonna make it worse.
So Machine Head by Deep Purple, which is where Smoke on the Water
Yeah.
came from, came out in 72.
Yeah.
By that time, you would have had Master of Reality. Every riff on that album is 15 billion times better than Smoke
I
on the
would even
Water.
say Highway Star has a better grip than Smoke on the Water.
I agree. I mean, so does Space Trucking and like
Yeah.
literally every song on that album. I don't know. It's just the only reason people like play that riff a lot is because it's easy.
Now I lay me down to sleep. Pray soul to keep.
I'm not at that part yet. I'm only at 3:15.
It's weirdly out of sync, like with how the original was.
I kind of like the call and response thing they're doing with the orchestra, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that too.
What are they going to do? This is like nearly the end of the song. What are they going to do for like 5 minutes?
A really fucking long outro. I guarantee you it's all going to be wankery. Oh, I see what they're doing. Oh, no, no, this is genius. I was expecting like long ass guitar solo. It's long ass orchestra shit, I think. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe there's a hidden bonus track or something.
I don't know.
I don't know what the fuck this is.
The missus is spamming me. Come to bed.
Oh!
This is weird.
Well, soon to be misses anyway.
Oh, they just like ramped it back up.
Yeah.
The album still has 3 minutes though, so.
Yeah. Yeah, no, no, the orchestra's a much better done on this one than the original. I'm pretty sure Enter Sandman was on
I can't
original
even like
S&M.
tell you how I want to rank this album. Like there's just so much to talk about, but
It's
I think
obviously
overall it deserves a 9.5.
10. 10, easily.
I want to say 10, but I'm leaving some wiggle room because like
Yeah, maybe
overall
like
the
some songs
album
are
maybe
not quite
has some
as good,
flaws.
but like I would
Yeah.
say as a whole, if you were willing to give S&M1 a 10, this
I
has to
don't think
be a
I
10.
did give it a 10 though, did I?
I don't remember. You
I
definitely
know
went
I
higher than
definitely
I
gave it
did.
S rank. I don't know. Okay, so my opinion initially is better than S&M1.
Yeah.
Is it leagues better than S&M1? No, but it
Yes.
is better. It is
No, it
better.
is. It is leagues better than S&M1.
I
Definitively.
disagree.
Yeah,
I
okay, well,
disagree.
you can have your opinion, but your opinion's wrong. This is like a million times better than S&M1, night and day. 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10, a million out of 10. This is an amazing album.
Yeah, it is really fucking
Listen
good.
to it or default on your metal license. We love you too.
Oh shit. Fuck, you should have kept doing that. That was a great riff.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, just much better mixed, much better guitar. Well, I mean, I guess the guitar mixing, you could make the argument that S&M1 did it better. I don't think they did. I think this is everything I could have ever hoped an album like this could be.
So I want to make this ending section of our show a little bit short because I'm tired and I need to get to
Yeah,
bed. Basically, my opinion is I think that the track listing was really good. There were a few songs I'm kind of disappointed they didn't add. Like,
yeah,
did you really need to play the Outlaw Torn again? Was it such an amazing thing the first
yeah.
time around
I
that
don't
you
know.
needed to do that again?
Like pulling teeth was kind of a weird inclusion as well. I guess I'm not disappointed that they did it. It's just kind of weird.
I thought that was cool. I think there's too much instrumental stuff on this album.
Yeah,
Like, you could have
I would
taken out
say.
the Scythian Suite and put in, like, a song. You could have taken out one of the entrances. Like, why do you need the Call of Cthulhu and Ecstasy of Gold?
Yeah,
I mean, you could have done that.
you had
Nothing
to
else
keep the you
matters
had to
what's in
keep the
S&M1.
classical
Do you have
pieces
to
in
play it
though.
again?
You have to keep the classical pieces in though.
What?
You have to keep the classical pieces in though because
Yeah,
like
maybe, but like I'm
they're
just
just
saying,
so
number
good.
of songs on this
Especially
album that they played last time as well, and they didn't need to. Nobody was asking them to play The Memory Remains again. I don't know. I feel like you could have taken that out and put something else in, like Dream No More, like I don't know, something. I think there was
King
just some
Nothing was the song I was thinking about earlier. Where's your crowd, King Nothing? They should have put
yeah,
that in there.
Confusion, like that's a really weird song to pick
Yeah,
off of Hardwired. Like
yeah.
Halo on Fire, Moth into Flame, those were great picks, but Confusion? I
I'm
mean,
just
there's a
happy they
number of
didn't.
songs I would have thought of first.
I'm just like really happy they didn't pick Hardwired because
Yeah, me too.
I'm
Fuck
sure they were
Hardwired.
so tempted to do that, but that would have not worked well with an orchestra.
I have flip flopped so much on my opinion of that song. I think I've just decided it's not my favorite song ever. I don't
It's a
like it
good
much.
song. It's just not the best. But Metallica really seemed to like it. They've been pimping it ever since the album came out.
Yeah, they really like it. I don't know. Like because of that, like I want to say 10 out of 10, but I think over time, my opinion of this album might kind of digress a little bit. I might
Mm,
begin to prefer S&M1 because S&M1 had such a killer
I will
track
never
list. I know
prefer S&M1. S&M1 just
you
guys,
personally
great.
didn't like S&M1 as much, but like the thing that should not be, Hero of the Day, of Wolf and Man, like all
That's
of those
true.
songs were amazing.
Um, you know
Devil's
what?
Dance, Eating
I
Me
think you might
Until
be
It Sleeps.
you might be right. I will go down to a 9.5 as well. Just I you know the flaws that you're bringing up are totally valid, uh,
Yeah.
but I still really love the album, and I would say 9.5 would still, if we were doing Wrong Opinion and we were ranking these as like in the same vein as the studio albums,
Yeah,
this
this would be above S&M1 for me.
yeah, it would be above S&M1, and it would still be an S tier album.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, I'm mostly just like explaining why I don't want to give it a 10 out of 10, but I could change my mind in 2 weeks and be like,
Exactly.
okay, I'm safe giving this a 10 out of 10 now.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, just quick ranking, better than S&M1, definitely. 9.5, possibly a 10. As the album kind of grows on us a bit, I think we'll be safer in making that call. Um,
Man, this would be a killer album to have on vinyl.
yeah, I mean, like, how many records would that even be, though, for a 2.5 hour long record?
Probably 4.
Probably, if that, 4 or 5. That's got to be expensive to get on vinyl. You'd have to like buy the entire box set.
Um, S&M2 vinyl.
Um,
So you can get it on Metallica's website for well, it's sold out actually. But it's for $70. And it is
that's about
for
what I would have expected.
It is 4 vinyl.
4 vinyls, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that's gonna do it for this video, I think.
Yeah,
If
I
you've,
don't really have anything else to add, and I need to get to bed.
yeah,
So.
if you stayed with us this long, we're sorry.
Yeah, seriously.
All right, well, bye-bye, y'all.
Bye.